You need to help yourself a lot. No one can help you. The faith of normal people is uncertain. They are faithful and then they are not. You need to have faith. If you are a friend of someone who has a strong faith in Buddhism, if you have such friends, you will attract each other. But if you have friends who have no faith, then you can be distracted. The reason that your faith is changing is because you don't see the benefits of Dhamma. If you practice at the start, you don't have to believe, but try practice according to the principles taught by the Buddha, and your faith will increase. When I was a child, I was in a house that has right view. In the morning, they will give alms to the monk in front of the house. The house is next to the canal Ong Ang. In the morning, I have the duty of carrying a table for the elderly to put food and give alms and give flower garlands. See, the monks came for alms. During the monk days, the seniors will go to the temple to listen to sermon. The temple that the family liked to go to was Wat Po. They took the tram, stayed in the community of elderlies who are Buddhists. I got the benefit of a calm and peaceful atmosphere and slowly absorbed. The elderlies were not strict. When I went to the temple, sometimes when the monk gave sermon, I was a kid, so I went to run with the other kids and didn't listen. But when there are stories like Jataka, I came back to listen. I was accustomed to the monks. This kind of atmosphere nowadays disappear. The parents don't take their kids to the temple. I don't know how our country progressed. In the past, one person can feed the entire family. Now, dozens of kids, but now they can't. In the past, only the male needed to work, but now both the male and female have to work. They only have one kid, but they still cannot be satisfied. They cannot get enough living to livelihood. So not sure if the civilization really progressed or not. It seems like the technology progressed, but life became more difficult. The kids do not get a chance to stay with their parents. In the past, there were grandparents. The parents don't have time. The grandparents help to take care, and they teach the kids and tell them stories. So they absorb the culture. But now the kids learn from their mobile, don't know what they study from their mobile, nobody filters for them. The parents are exhausted from work, the kids don't have family warmth, not sure if the society progressed or decayed. Perhaps the economy progressed, but societal values decayed. The society is no longer peaceful, harmonious, is useless. Even in the same house, we hardly meet each other. We run after the changing society, tired. The kids, they do not get the teachings to know about the temple and the monks, and they go watch whatever they want, or their friends have a lot of influence over them. The kids are naive kids leading naive kids. Some people are old. They want to become politicians, but they seem like naive kids. They ask for 4 years to manage the country, but 4 years chance is like a game. If they cannot do it, then they will do something else. But this reflects their lack of capability to readiness to do the job. It's like kids, they don't have readiness, but they just think. Now we come to the temple. We come to the temple to listen to Dhamma. Our hearts are accustomed to the monks, to the temple. We can bring kids, but if during the sermon, let them play outside. Let the kids run within the temple is still better than letting them run outside, elsewhere. Now, if they are accustomed to the temple and the monks, then they will know one thing, that the religion made their elderlies have faith, so it must have something good. It's like a seed that when they grow up and they have suffering, then they will come to think that the religion is one way for them to lead their livelihood. The living beings are pitiful. They study so many things, but their heart is dark, is pitiful. In the past, I studied at school. There were still courses on civic responsibility and morality, but now even such courses in schools disappear. The kids are even further from civic responsibility, and morality is an easy way to undermine the religion. Now they say that the kids need to study themselves is their freedom. For you all is still lucky. You still have faith and desire to study Dhamma. Come and study. You need to be aware that studying Dhamma is not like going to the classroom, but practicing Dhamma. Practicing what? morality, meditation, wisdom. Morality is to study the moral code, to study meditation, to study wisdom, to come to the temple, to listen, to learn about morality, meditation, and wisdom, to learn so that you can go and practice. And first, you don't have a lot of faith interchange. It's normal for lay people, but if you are accustomed to the temple and the monks, and you get to learn, to hear, to try, to practice morality, meditation, wisdom. If you have moral conduct, to preserve your moral precepts is to control your physical and verbal actions. If you, after you have moral precepts for a while, you will see the benefits of moral precepts. Like if you upheld it for a while, you will see that it saves you money when you go outside or meet people. If you go party all the time, then it wastes money. But if you don't go drink and party, then you save more money. So that's why moral precept leads to assets. Morality leads to a peaceful society. Your speech will be trustworthy. Some people I know, they are super smart in the worldly conduct, but nobody believes them. They are deceptive, speaking whatever to trick other people. Perhaps they can trick some people sometimes, but after a while, the people know, so they have to change their targets to other people. But there are a lot of not so smart people for them to trick in the world. For people who have moral conduct, their speech has credit. They stay in the society uh, that in a way that they, they they can take pride on. So, for example, if you go to see the masters, if you don't have moral conduct, you don't want to see the master or even come to see me. If you know that you have bad moral conduct, you don't want to see me. But if your moral precepts are good, then you are brave to see me. In the past, when I went to see the masters, one of the most strictest one is Luangpu Mahabua. He was well known for this. When people go see him, they are concerned. Even for me, when I take the van to Udon, I think about him. To, if I if I go submit my homework to him, will he be harsh on me? I was anxious. But after arriving at the temple Bantat, in front of the temple, all the fears and anxiety disappeared because I bring a lot of treasures. I have moral precepts. I have determination to study Dhamma. I have studied the teachings through practice, not emptiness, and wanted to submit the homework. If you submit, have nothing, you ask Luangta, how is my mind? He will likely scold you. But if you are a diligent student, then you won't have fear, even if you are right or wrong. If your moral precept is good, if you listen and you practice and you understand like that, and you go to see the masters for them to help cross-check whether or not your practice and your understanding is correct. This is a good thing, not a bad thing. At first, when I went to see the master, I thought that if I made mistake, please help advise me and point me where I am wrong or where I am laxed. If I am do it correctly, let him advise me on how to make further progress. That was my thoughts when I went to see the master. Some of them you go to see, they have supernatural ability. You don't have to ask, they just answer your question right away. Some monks are more careful. They don't mention unless you speak for a few words. I go to submit the homework. Master, dear master, I was told to do this and that. So I did practice, and these are the results I see. Is it correct or wrong? If it's wrong, please advise me, teach me. If it's right, then please have compassion to tell me how to further improve. I went to ask for their loving kindness and compassion. If I'm wrong, please advise me. If I'm right, please tell me how to make further progress. This is how I submitted the homework. The homework is moral precept, meditation, and wisdom. But if your mind is scattered and you see the master, then you feel pressured. Your mind is chaotic. But if you practice, your mind is stable. You don't fear. Even snakes and animals, you don't fear. In the past, when I was at the Suanpo, there was a cobra. The cobra was kind. When I said meditation, it slinted near me, come around here and there near me. It's not afraid of me, and I'm not afraid of it. But if points up its head, then I will move. But it didn't try to threaten me because we have confidence in the moral precept. We have never tried to hurt it. We only give loving kindness and compassion to it. So I was confident that so when you practice, study is not to read the books. Study here is practicing moral precept, meditation, and wisdom, taking action to practice. That is called the study. But if you only study the books, then it's not really study, but it's just reading scripture. But if you take action to study the three fields, then you won't have fear. Even if the master is strict, you won't fear. You approach the masters with humility. Some people, they approach with claws. The masters will react with equanimity. They will not react. But if you go act as if you are like a piece of rag for them to wipe their feet on, then they will teach you. But to do this, you must have faith first. You have faith because you practice and you get results. Real faith requires wisdom. At first, the faith is just custom because your elderly taught you to do so. But sometimes you lack the faith. But if you practice Dhamma, morality, determination, meditation, and wisdom, to study is to practice. Your mind will become courageous and you won't be afraid of the masters, and you will love the masters, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. You will love wholeheartedly and you're willing to die for them because you have studied and you see the fruits of the results. You see and you feel grateful. You know that the practice is difficult for you to make and progress to that level that you are satisfied. It's not easy. The masters teach over and over until you understand each topic. The masters struggle a lot. What do they get from us? Nothing. In the past, I was a bureaucrat, a C3 rank. At the time, the salary was 1,750. After tax, it was about 1,600. When I went to see the master, I did not have money to give them. I at most give them a few hundred each time, but when they see my face, they, they feel alert. Even a lay person give them millions, they don't feel anything. You can observe between good and bad monks. If they are hungry for money, then they are not good monks. But if they are hungry for money, they're not good monks. But if they are not hungry for money, then they are good monks. They will ignore a lot of money, but they will become alert if you go to submit Dhamma homework to them. Some of these masters, they are very old. A lot of the powerful people go to see them. I have gone to see the masters. Some of them are sitting here. We went to see the master, and there were tycoons who came to make offerings. The master was neutral towards those offerings. They tell the team to compile the accounting and make plan for donations. But if I go to see the master, they will feel alert and excited. When I go to see them, at first the monks will ask me to sit aside for a while until the other lay people have finished making their offerings. Once those lay people finish making the donations, the monks will invite them to go out for the senior monks to rest, and then they will close the temple door. And afterwards, I will get the chance to submit homework directly to the master. The master, when a lot of people come to see them, they will just sit still. But the monk that I'm mentioning is Luangpu Pramote. I even have his signature here. A lot of my things disappear, like my inhaler also disappeared. The master was excited, active in answering me. They were fresh when they talked to me. When during the Q&A, I asked them my Dhamma practice questions until the questions are over, and then he asked me why no more questions. So it's different. If you really practice, the atmosphere will be different to just the people who make donations. Many masters are like this. Some of them are sick, almost at the deathbed, like Luangpu Suwat on the wheelchair. He was very sick, and they inject a lot of medicine to him, so he was quite blur. But when I go to see him, he looks at me, and then I submitted my homework. Master asked me to look at my mind. I look at my mind. The master who was seemed neutral after hearing Dhamma, they moved to listen. Then I say, I let go of my mind, and they listen more. And then they say, then I grasp my mind again. The master signed. The best way to submit the homework to the master is to give your practice. Even if it's right or wrong, you can submit the homework. The masters have loving kindness and compassion. They're not hungry. They take care of me even though I wasn't rich. They took extra care of me because I practiced. I looked at the master, the elderlies, and I know that Buddha's teachings is real. Even though at the time I was still practicing, I saw how the elder monks were clean, and that increased my faith even more. The more I see the truth of reality, the more my faith grow in Buddhism. When you practice and you have good moral precepts, your mind is peaceful. You see the changes in your body and mind. You will feel that moral precepts, teachings are good. Or when you are in the world and you not distracted by the world, you spare time to practice Dhamma, you will get to experience a different kind of happiness. Most of the happiness of the people in the world are sense-based, sense-based pleasures. They call it sensual pleasures. The five senses. This is also a kind of sensual consumption. The Buddha, taught the monks to be careful, even just trying to enjoy the sensual pleasures within their mind. Like, for example, if the monks recall the time when they were lay people and they get to eat this and that and they enjoy. But after you start to practice and your mind becomes calm, the kind of happiness from calmness is cooler and better than the happiness of the world which is tiring and hotter. The happiness from Dhamma practice is refreshing to every hair follicle. You feel bliss. If you practice, you get this kind of meditation, you will feel that the Buddha taught well and your faith increase. But if you have done vipassana and mindfulness and you see the truth of body and mind in succession, you see the aging of the body, the decay of the body, you never seen it from this angle. Perhaps in the past you see that the body is good and bad, but after you practice, you only see that the body only suffer more and suffer less. When you see the body is full of suffering, you will feel less attachment to the body. You will see changes from people who will distracted by sensual pleasures to the one who experience calmness meditation, to the someone who experience newfound knowledge from right wisdom, understanding things they never understood and letting go things that they could never let go. You get the immense results. Like in the first step of wisdom, you will see that the body is not you. It's just elements uh, combining, integrating, then after a while it disappears. You will see that the body is not a refuge because it's ever changing. The love for the body become less and less. You see, it's just a house of disease, a house of aging, a house of pain, a house of death. When you see this, you will get the middle wisdom that the body itself is suffering, and you throw the body away from your mind, and the mind will experience a higher level of happiness. At first, initial wisdom, you see the body and mind is not you. You get a kind of happiness. You will see the truth that the journey of the long journey in life is about to come to an end. Like when you make a long journey and you see that in front the destination is about to arrive, you have more energy to walk. Once Josho, you know Josho, raise your hand if you don't know. It's Chow Chow from the Three Kingdoms, and you will be cunning. If someone read Three Kingdoms 7 times, you cannot trust them. But I read many times, so you can still uh, talk to me. There are many lessons from the during the summer. Josho took the troops, and then they ran out of water. Not having water for one day is more tiring than many days without food. The Josho will told his troops, stay for a while, you will meet with Makan Pom. Makan Pom is, if you don't know, then go open the AI. Sometimes the AI cannot be trusted. The information might still be wrong. But the soldiers hear that in front there's Makam Pom, the kind of tamarind. This, the sour taste of Makan Pom made the soldiers salivate. So then they walk, and after a while they see the plant. There's only one, not enough for all the troops, but it's the cunningness of Chow Chow for the people to get his troops to have courage to walk further. Keep practicing and you will have hope. When you get the initial Dhamma, you will be hopeful that you will have the forest of Makampam. You won't feel bad. If you become a stream enterer, you will feel warmth in your heart. You know that your journey is about to come to an end. It's almost there. No more than 7 lives. I have asked a monk before that if they have faith and morality and they practice, how long will it take before they achieve stream entry? The master replied, 7 lives at most. I complained that 7 lives seems long, but the master said 7 lives is very short compared to the endless cycles of life. Your heart will feel warmth because you know that from now on you will never go to the bad realms. You know that in front you will get the 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 cleaner, the more refined, one more refined state of mind. So if you and then if you achieve enlightenment, you will get ultimate bliss. If you have moral, you are happy like a moralful person. You have meditation, your happiness also increase, and wisdom, your happiness increase further. I might not be as smart as my master, but I am hardworking. So my masters hardly scold me because they saw that I was diligent in my practice. My faith slowly grew because I saw the fruits of my practice. I saw the fruits of my practice. So your happiness increase with each step, morality, meditation, wisdom, and enlightenment. You get extreme happiness. Once I went to see a master. I never studied under him. I went to pay respect, pay homage to him. They were talking Dhamma. So he said that it's many years that I have never speak Dhamma that is refined. So if you practice Dhamma that is refined, and you go speak to another person whose Dhamma is refined, when you speak to each other, you feel happy. But if you speak to like-minded who like to do bad things, then you may be happy, but it's helpful kind of happiness. The faith of normal people is fleeting. Sometimes they are faithful, sometimes they are not, but at least try to study, try to practice. And once you see the results of the study, your faith will increase. Once you see the results, your wisdom will increase because you see the cause and factor and results. If you take this action, moral, meditate, wisdom, you get this result. So you get cause, you see the cause and factors in action. In the past, during Buddha's time, there was a beggar. The beggar saw people going to Chetawan temple, like this temple. The beggar saw people coming in the temple, so the beggar thought that there must be food there. So the beggar goes into the temple for the intention of getting food. Once inside the temple, they are listening. He saw people listening to Dhamma because they are not eating yet. So he also goes to listen to the Dhamma because they cannot go to the kitchen to take food by himself. because the maid could be very strict. Like in Luangpu Mahabua, he once scolded the maids in the kitchen. The beggar knew that it wasn't time to eat yet, so he sat to listen Dhamma, and during that sermon, he became a stream enterer. I'm not sure if he ate or not, but after he became a stream enterer, after he left the temple, the Indra came to see the beggar and tempted him that if he scold the Buddha, the Indra will give him treasure. But the beggar scolded Indra and said that don't tempt me with treasures. I am already have higher treasure. I got the treasures of enlightenment from faith, from desire to give and wisdom. So the beggar already have refined treasures. So he will not scold Buddha for worldly wealth. And then he scolded the angels. So the angel was happy and went to report to the Buddha that this person, this beggar, has nothing to eat, but he still have unshakable faith in the Buddha. The Buddha said that no matter what you gave this beggar, he will not be tempted because he's already a stream enterer. Once you become a stream enterer, your faith becomes unshakable. But a lay person, faith is shakable. So you have to be careful of your own mind that your faith will not be shaken. Have moral conduct. No, talk to people who are interested in Dhamma. If you cannot come to the temple, then listen to the YouTubes. So if you are accustomed to the Dhamma, your faith will not decline. Perhaps it may drop a little. Now, some people, their faith drop because they practice for a long time, but they don't get results. The reason is that they practice with greed. They wanted to get Dhamma quickly. Even people near me, I can point to them. They practice for a long while, but they are doubtful if Dhamma exists. I've seen people when in the past, when I observe myself, sometimes I was laxed. I knew the benefits of Dhamma, but I was exhausted and not so hopeful because my Dhamma didn't progress. So I went to the temple and see the master, and I see that even though the body was weak, the mind was clean and vibrant. Although the body was aging and sick and cannot even breathe well, but the mind was radiant. One of them, Luangpu Dinosaur. Luangpu Há. Luangpu Há Dinosaur. Once he was sick, he came to stay at Vichayut Hospital. I went to see his master. They were next to each other. So I told the doctors that Luangpu Há is here, but they said no visit, but I could visit Luangpu Há. So I was only me allowed. I went to see Luangpu Ha. I spoke to Luangpu Ha, spoke to him a few words because he was very sick. At first, I was planning to talk Dhamma to him, but his disciple talked to him, talked to me. So his disciple talked to me on Luangpu's behalf. Luangpu, who was aging and sick, his mind was smiling when he can hear the disciples and me talk Dhamma. And I saw that the master's mind was good. Even if you cannot do it, if you can see the master do it, then you feel your faith is renewed. Is it difficult? Today I teach you easy. Today I teach you very easy. Faith. Faith is not about giving me things. No need to give me money or things. I have more than enough. My clothes here can last me 3 years. But many come to give the monk bowls and monk robes. We don't resell. We send it to the temples across the country in the northeast because they still lack it over there. We send it to the essential things that beyond the temple needs to the temples in the northeast. If you give me things, I need to plan on how to give it away. In the past, I needed to send a lot of goods, needed to spend transportation. The team need to pay for the expenses, but it's okay. It's merit for them. Some in the past, some people they go to speak at Bantat, Wat Bantat. No need to donate or give at Wat Pa Bantat. They have a lot.หลวงตา หลวงตา said that if you do that, then you become a ghost, because if you say, if you don't give simply because other people give, then you will not have your own merits. Have practice from the basic, like alms, offerings, donating blood. If you can, then do it. It's better than give money. Donating blood, you save people's life. Donating organs, if you have a chance, then do it. And when you think about it, you feel happy. The mind will not be out of the trajectory of Dhamma. You will still be on the trajectory of Dhamma. Today I teach easily because people like to say I teach very difficult. Like in the past, I thought that some master, they teach whatever they want. Once I went to see in the first in the first year of my practice, I went to see Luangpu said, you need to abandon, throw away your mind. So I thought Luangpu said it so easily. You say easily. That's what I thought. It's so easy to say, but it's difficult to let go. If I could, I would have let it go. But I saw that the master was clean, radiant. So my faith never shook. Number one. Number one, I walk meditation for 2-3 hours a day. I see the body move. I see the thoughts arise and disappear. During the day, I see the body move. I see that it's like not me. When I have a nightmare, I'm aware of my fright. The suffering is outside. I practice more. I feel more mindfulness. Morality is better, further from the world. I'm still fixating my mind. Can I separate my aggregates yet? You're just asking me for a topic to submit. Why can't you separate your aggregate? You can. Good, your practice is good. Keep practicing. Anumodana. Number two. Number two, walk meditation. I use my body as the object to be aware of the senses. The defilements, the aggregates separate, the mental fabrication, the thoughts arising by themselves. I fabricate. If I do this, then I get this. Then I realize that it's non-self, cannot be controlled, but I cannot let go. I would say I have no intention. Please advise me to have equanimity with mental fabrications. You will need to walk a lot of wisdom before you can become equanimous towards mental fabrication. You need to see that both happiness and sadness, good and bad, are equal in the sense of the three characteristics. So you need to see the three characteristics of everything so that you can become equanimous, neutral towards all phenomena. If you don't see this, then you cannot force it to be neutral. Keep practicing. You are on the right path. You will make progress. The right view you will accumulate. Once you accumulate enough, it will be neutral towards mental fabrications, mental neutral towards mental fabrication towards all phenomena, because you see the three characteristics of both good and bad phenomena. Happiness and sadness arise and disappear just the same. Good and bad cannot be controlled, they arise and fall. Even if your mind speak bad, you can see that the mind speak bad by itself. Keep studying until that the mind accepts that everything is subjected to the three characteristics. Once you can accept this, then you will have neutral towards all fabrications. Keep practicing. One day you will arrive, but you need to keep practicing, persevere. Number three, I practice by praying, sitting meditation. I saw that it's difficult to do calmness meditation. Perhaps I was a musician, so I think fast. But during the day, I see my mind move a lot. I feel tired. I try to observe the breath. I feel that the the forehead is tense. I know that it's fixating. I see that the mind is suffering. You understand correct, but you need to train the mind to be more stable. It's not established on the four foundations. Is your normal mind like this? If the normal mind is like this, then your mind has not reached the foundations. It's outside. Come to the body, feel the body frequently, and you will mind will be on the foundation. Don't let the mind be outside of the body. Be in the body. See, can you see the mind is within the body now a little? Can you feel? Don't let the mind go outside the body because it's easy to be distracted by the world outside. Come back to the body. Feel the body often, frequent, and after that comes submit homework again. Number 4. Number 4. I'm still fixating. The mind is scattered. I see the mind thinking by itself. I feel the mind moving inside. It wants to get out, but it cannot. It feels suffering. When it arises, I try to say it's not me. I can see the mind. I cannot see the mind disappear. I don't know if I'm overthinking. You are making progress. The practice is improving. Your mind is more established and have more strength. Don't force the mind. When you are mindful, don't fixate. No, like an outsider. No need to fixate on it. And when you are aware of sensation, don't fixate on it. Look at like a carefree outsider. Can you see that you are decorating the mind? You are not at the foundations. Don't pull it. If it's not on the foundation and you are aware, it will go to the foundations by itself. Help by giving it an object of meditation based on the body so that the mind will not be scattered outside. Let the mind be within the body. Good. Good. Your mind is back quickly. Keep practicing. If it's outside, you won't see. If it's inside, you will see suffering. Number 5. Number 5. I do in form formal practice 30 minutes, sitting meditation, moral precept. I try to have mindfulness throughout the day, but still scattered. I hear voices in my head, and you are teaching, advising me. Not sure if my own mind reading is good or thinking. You can see, but when after you see, you dictate, you talk, you cannot stop it. If it wants to describe, then let it describe. Don't help it. Just be aware. You see it. You see the mind speak. After a while, it stopped. Number 7. Number 7 is good, very good. Number 7. I wake up calm and not calm. I sit meditation, and I walk meditation with chanting. Sometimes I see movements in my chest. During the evening, I walk and run meditation. The sense arise and fall. I think that I'm doing right. When I'm tired, I'm bored and lazy, I rest and then I fight. Keep practicing. You are doing it right. You are making good progress. Your sense of self is less good. Number 6. Your mind is jumping. Oh no, we jumped the queue. What number now? Number 6. I have the diligent reduce my social media, be aware of the daily activity, have mindfulness, try to be aware of the body and mind, see defilements more, prone to anger. I see the body is not me sometimes. I accept that everything is impermanent. My mindfulness is shorter. My distraction, scattered mind is shorter. Am I on the right path? Yes, keep practicing. But now your mind is outside, can you see? If you can see, then should be fine. If the mind is inside or outside, be aware. Number 8. Number 8. I walk meditation 2 to 3 hours a day. I see during the day, the body moves, the body breathing. When the mind is calm, I have I sense the body according to the heart's rhythm. I see the heat on my back. Sometimes I'm exasperated by this phenomena. Please advise. If you are aware, then it's good. But if you are exasperated, then be aware. Be aware with neutrality. Now you are neutral. You are not neutral, so just be aware. Good. Your mind is wandering. Be aware. Don't force the mind. The mind is wandering off. Be aware. Have a meditation object. Stay with your meditation object. And when the mind goes away, be aware. Keep practicing. The practice is good. Keep practicing. Be aware of the mind that is moving here and there. Be aware, and you'll make progress. Enough for today.